a comment then you might have luck. This is Moody without music, Moody without music. War Stories Radio live and we're moving. Moody without music, Moody without music. War Stories Radio, so let's do this. Let's go. The Moody without music stream on War Stories Radio. It's your boy IBJ.
Yes sir, yes sir. Het is weer vrijdag en betekent dat het tijd is voor een nieuwe aflevering van de Moody Without Music stream. Hier op Warchoice Radio Live. Het station waar je liefde geeft en je liefde krijgt. En in ongeveer 30 minuten gaan we liefde tonen naar Jodi Pluto. Voormalig winnaar van Coast to Coast, de Chicago edition. En hij represent dus Chicago, Westside by the way. Maar dat allemaal later in de show. Eerst gaan we luisteren naar een aantal bangers voor het eerste half uur. En daarna een korte recap voordat we onze gast van vandaag gaan introduceren. Ben je nou ook een muzikant? Heb je een eigen bedrijf? Heb je promotie nodig op wat voor manier dan ook? Stuur een mailtje naar moodywithoutmusic@gmail.com en we zorgen dat er een interview wordt gepland. Het is trouwens de laatste aflevering voordat ik 2 weken vrij ben. Dat zijn er 4, 2 weken vrij ben. En vervolgens gaan we weer net zo hard van start met dope interviews. Dus zorg dat je erbij bent. Ik wil ook alvast mijn excuses aanbieden voor de background noise, want ik heb het raam open. Het is erg warm. Daarom zie je me ook glinsteren voor degenen die me bekijken op de visuals. Maar ja, met dat gezegd hebben, laten we kijken welke tracks er zometeen gespeeld gaan worden. We begonnen trouwens met de gloednieuwe track van Russ, een van mijn eerste of een van mijn favoriete artiesten wilde ik zeggen, met Still. En hierna, nadat ik de Engelse variant heb gedaan, gaan we eerst luisteren naar een musicsubmit.com inzending van Romy K with Love is Impossible, gevolgd door Apollo met Take It Slow. Daarna hebben we Sexton, jawel, ze is weer terug, met Lonely. En daarna hebben we een aantal bangers van ons eigen landje. Eerst Chris Cross, daarna mijn homeboy Johnsky. En dan een eerste ontmoeting met onze gast van vandaag, welke tevens dus uit Chicago is en niet uit Nederland. Maar met dat gezegd hebben, het is tijd voor de Engelse variant. So, welcome to a new episode of the Moody Without Music stream. Here on Warchoice Radio Live, the station where you show love, you get love. And in about 30 minutes or 25 to be exact, if I'm not mistaken, sorry for the background noise. It's warm today here in the Netherlands, and if I'm not mistaken, it's the same thing in the States. So forgive me for the background noise. It's a party up here because everyone is enjoying the good weather, and that's also why I'm sweating. But with that information out of the way, like I said, in about 30 minutes we're gonna have our guest Jodi Pluto, the former winner of the Coast to Coast Chicago edition, and he's representing the west side of Chicago. And we're gonna learn more about him. We're gonna listen to a couple of songs by him, so stay tuned for that. But before we're gonna be introducing our guest of today, we first have some bangers in store. We started off today's show with one of my favorite artists, which is Russ, for those who don't know. He just dropped a new song called Still, and that's the one we played. After I am done talking, we're first gonna listen to a musicsubmit.com submission by Romy K, and the song is called Love is Impossible. After that, we're gonna have Apollo with Take It Slow, followed by Sexton with Lonely, and then we have 2 bangers from the Netherlands before we have the first introduction with today's guest, Jodi Pluto. The first song from the Netherlands will be from Chris Cross, on which they tapped in Lil Kleine and Jade Lauren on a remake of an older Dutch song called Mij Niet Gezien. And after that, a brand new song by my homeboy I'm very proud of you. Um, Looking good, by the way. I saw what you did. Great. I'm proud of you, fam. The song is called 1%, and his name is Johnsky. For those who didn't catch the hints, but yeah, Johnsky just released, I think yesterday, his new song, including visuals in which he includes his beautiful girlfriend, and the whole picture is, in my opinion, beautiful. But yeah, those are the two songs from the Netherlands, and after that we have the first introduction or experience with today's guest, Jodi Pluto, with one of his songs called Operate. And with that being said, are you an artist, beginning or growing business owner? Make sure to send us an email at moodywithoutmusic@gmail.com, as well as wsradiolive@gmail.com, and we will plan in an interview so we can get your name or get your brand out there. And with that being said, I think it's time to go to the music. Like I said, starting off with Romy K, Love is Impossible, coming from MusicSubmit.com, and after that, more bangers. It's your boy IBJ. You're listening to the Moody Without Music stream here on Warsaw Radio Live, the station where you show love, you get love. Bang.
Sometimes I wonder what's wrong, girl, with you. You know how long I've been waiting for just to have you by my side. I never forgot those feelings that I had last night. That's how I operate. Stack it until I run out of space. That's how I operate. Business before we celebrate. That's how I operate. Everybody wanna gravitate just to hear me say how I operate. I am on 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Yo. En dat was alweer het eerste half uur van de Moody Without Music stream, aflevering 11, seizoen nummer 2, hier op Warsaw Radio Live, het station waar je liefde geeft en je liefde krijgt. In een aantal minuten ga ik onze gast van vandaag erbij brengen, Jodi Pluto, representing van Chicago, Westside, wel te verstaan. Maar zover is het nog niet. Laten we eerst een snelle recap doen, hetzelfde doen in Engels en dan brengen we onze gast van vandaag erbij. We begonnen vandaag de show met Russ met het nummer Still, gevolgd door Music Submit artiest Romy K met Love is Impossible, gevolgd door Apollo met Take It Slow, Sexton met Lonely en toen hadden we twee bangers vanuit Nederland. De eerste was van Criss Cross Amsterdam samen met Lil Kleine en Jade Lauren op het nummer of de remake van Mij Niet Eens Gezien. En daarna hadden we een banger, de gloednieuwe banger van mijn homeboy Johnsky, representing met het nummer 1%. Last but not least hadden we onze eerste introductie met onze gast van vandaag, Jodi Pluto, met het nummer van Operate. En naar eigen zeggen is het daar allemaal begonnen, maar dat gaan we allemaal in een aantal minuten van hemzelf horen. Want het is tijd om hetzelfde te gaan doen in het Engels en onze gast erbij te halen. En na het eerste gedeelte van het gesprek gaan we luisteren naar een banger van Jodi Pluto, gevolgd door 2 of 3 nummers voordat we alweer het eerste uur bereiken van de aflevering van vandaag. Maar we dat gezegd hebben, let's do it in English. Welcome back. That was the first 30 minutes of the Moody Without Music stream, episode 11, here on Warsaw Radio Live, the station where you show love, you get love. In a minute or two, I'm gonna bring our guest of today into the show, but let's do a quick recap of the songs which we played. We started off with a Music Submit artist who goes by the name of Romy K with Love is Impossible. Then we had Take It Slow with Apollo, followed by Sexton with Lonely. Two bangers from the Netherlands, starting off with Criss Cross Amsterdam featuring Lil Kleine and Jade Lauren on the remake of Mij Niet Eens Gezien, translated You Haven't Seen Me. Then we had a banger, brand new banger from my homeboy Johnsky with 1%. And last but not least, we had our first introduction with today's guest, Jodi Pluto. I think it's time for me to call him up and bring him into the conversation. because I want to know more about him, and I hope you do too. Like I said, he's representing Chicago West Side, and he's the former winner of the Coast to Coast Chicago edition. With that being said, I think we have a connection. Let's see if we do. Um, can you hear me, bro? Yes, there you are.
Yes, sir.
How you been doing, fam?
All right, what's going on?
I'm fine, man. For those, well, let's start with this. I see you. You see, you went to the call for the AC.
Oh yeah, look, I had to go get a little chili, man. It was too hot out here.
You're absolutely right. I feel you on that one. But yeah, for those who aren't familiar with you, introduce yourself, bro.
What's going on, y'all? My name's Jodi Pluto. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, out west, man. Um, I'm real heavy into this music game, man. I feel like I'm one of the top people to compete with at the level that I'm at, and I'm on my way, y'all. Make sure y'all check me out. You see, Big Pluto, very well.
Nice, Jane. Yeah, representing. I see you. I see you,
Uh,
and the people will see it as well. Um, like I introduced you, you're also the former winner of the Coast to Coast Chicago edition. When was that, bro?
Actually, this was like it was this two, 2018, I believe. It was 2018. I won it over. Man, it was. If people know how Coast to Coast is set up, like 200 some people, man. And like, and I took it home from where I'm at. They took us to Miami, and we competed again. Made it in the top 25 there, and
Nice.
since then I just been rolling, man. Staying on top of everything I need to do.
And is that where it all started to get serious for you, or how long have you been making music? So
Well, I've been making music a while, but when it got serious, it's I don't. You should be familiar with Do or Die.
I do.
Yep, from Chicago. So they had like a I don't know what it's called, like a little they set up like for artists to perform. I can't think of the name of it. What they call like a little showcase. That's what it's called. They had a
Yeah,
showcase
yeah.
at this little restaurant bar that had like a stage or whatever. So one of my guys said, "Man, we should just go up there and do something, man. We should just go up there and do it." And it's a song that I have recorded already. I'm like, "Man, I'm gonna try it. Let's try it out." The first day I went on the stage is like I fell in love. Everybody fell in love, and it was like, "Do that song two, three more times. Keep doing it. Keep doing." It. They
Okay.
would not do the song. Yeah.
And
So
when was it that you say?
that started and that was in 2017. That's when I took it serious. That's when I buckled down, really started learning more about the music game and how everything goes. So I said around like 2017.
Okay, dope. And who or what inspired you to make this move to start making music?
I'm not I've always loved music, like all type of genres. Anything I listen to, if it sound good, I'm gonna listen to it. But I have influencers though. I know some people who made me really want to dig into it though, man. And every interview I've done, man, Lil Wayne need to give me some credit one of these days because he really that's the reason why I really pursued it, and I'm pretty sure that's the reason why a lot of people right now pursue.
So, did you meet him in person or just his music?
No, just the music, man. If I met him in person, I'd have talked him into giving me a feature or something already.
Well, life can have different, how do you say that, strange ways of doing things, right? So it could have
Absolutely,
happened. So that's why I'm just double checking.
absolutely.
Um,
Hey,
so, so what do you like most of making music?
performing. I think that's when it becomes. It's just not making music anymore. I mean, because anybody can make music, but you are a artist, or that they love you once you perform. That's how you know it's gonna make you money. Because nowadays, you only getting paid really if it's shows and stuff like that. So
True.
that's
Unless you got millions of streaming, then, but
yeah,
yeah, other than that,
streaming,
it's
of course, that
performing.
always
Yeah.
works. But yeah, no,
True.
honestly, it's the performing part, man. Because you get to become who you call yourself. I get to become Jodi Pluto when I perform.
hmm
Right.
So,
So
is it an alter ego or do you
I,
have multiple?
without sounding so so cliche, it kind of is like because you kind of zone out, you know. So in a sense, yeah, in a sense.
Okay. So let me see. What was your yeah? What was your opinion of your of your close friends and circle when you started making music?
Well, at first I was nervous because I've been making music a long time, so it's like I
Hmm.
never wanted to tell nobody. To be honest, I'm like I don't want nobody making fun of me, man. Then I get all upset. So it they actually it surprised me how much support that I had got for doing this because it was like I thought, man. It was good music. It's just I needed to become the person I was while making this music, and it helped me to actually become a better person and to be more outspoken in a sense. So all of the supporters and all of my friends and everything, they just made it easy. It made it more comfortable for me.
So looking back at that moment, should have you done it earlier? So come forward with your music.
I I can say that I can say that, but I can't. I will never live with regret. I can never say that it'd be different if I'd have started earlier, but I feel like I should have though, because I'm pretty sure it would have made a big difference. But that I didn't. I'm glad I did it at the time, and I did because I was more mature. So it's like it's more of an understanding thing versus just making music and just jumping out there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and for yourself, you already proven that it wasn't a fluke or a thing which you just pursue for a couple of months because at that point you already was making music, right? Or for quite
Yeah,
a so long
yeah.
time.
I was making music already.
So we already listened to Operate, but for those who just tuned in and missed that, how would you describe your music?
Hustle music, motivation music. It's the music motivates you. Whatever that song, that particular song is, it's motivation. It's gonna make you want to do whatever is going on at that point in time. So if I could call it anything, I want to call it motivation music.
And that's for your music in general, or are we talking about Operate?
I'm gonna say my music in general, but operate as a go getter. Operate. A lot of my friends in the gym, they say, man, that's the song. It get me pumped. That's it right there. Start your day up.
So for those, because we have a lot of people who just listen to sounds instead of lyrics, what's the song about and how did it came to fruition? How do you say that?
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
I feel you. I feel you. No, but uh, operate. Funny is I recorded operate on my birthday. I remember recording it on my birthday. I was already I probably was a little tipsy too, but it came out good. It came out good though. But the song is pretty much how I view life. It's like certain steps you got to do before it's time to celebrate. So in the song, I even tell you business before we celebrate. That's how make sure the business is in order before we go kick it. That's it.
Facts. No slacking on your end.
No slacking whatsoever.
So is your music comparable to any of the mainstream artists?
And some people have compared it. They said Meek. I've even heard of comparisons to Jay-Z, and they say I could get lyrical as well as far as the J. Cole thing. I get real lyrical, but I like to be more honest with the relatable versus me trying to teach all the time. So right now, I feel like I'm in a lane of my own, man. I take my own.
Well, and you should be. Yeah, every artist should be in his own lane, but still, we have a habit of comparing ourselves or getting compared to others, which is why, yeah, I just got curious, man. Sorry for that.
Hmm.
I had the hiccups. Real professional, couldn't help it myself. Yeah, you already
Hey,
briefly mentioned it, the main message behind your music. But for those slow, and I'm gonna say slow motherfuckers out there, what's the main, besides being on the hustle and being, yeah, stay motivated, what's the main message behind your music or lyrics? And what impact do you want to have on your listeners?
My type of impact is because like I got kids, man. So I just want to let people know that keep going. My music is about keep pushing all the time, and you will always hear some type of lyrics of me telling you could do better. So that's what my music is. My music is real life motivational music.
Dope. So you have been music for, let's say, is it fair to say almost 4 years, 3.5 to 4 years? Seriously?
Yeah, 3.5. Yes, yep, 3.5,
So
four
let's
years.
talk about the milestones you reached for yourself so far. What are you proud of, which you have accomplished in these couple of years?
I feel like every from an interview I did a year ago, everything to me is a milestone. Every,
You going in and out to the connection. I know there's background music or background sound on my end of the scooter, which I'm gonna fix by shutting down my window real quick. 1 second. And we're back. Hopefully the connection is better.
let's see, is it better?
I think it is because the last couple words you were already cutting out, so I'm not sure if the listeners got that.
Um, oh shoot. So
Sorry,
pretty
sir.
much, man. I'm gonna get the headphones played. That might make it a little.
Cool.
Yeah, I did run outside, man. I kind of cheated. I was inside at first. He did sound check while I was in the house. That's my fault, y'all.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. We'll work around it.
All right. You can hear me now?
I do, I
All
do.
right. There we go. We all
Welcome
set
back,
then. There
welcome
we
back.
go.
So, yeah,
Yes, sir. Sorry for that.
your milestones.
Oh, so yeah, man. Like I said, really, I say, well, winning the coast to coast thing on that being like my second ever stage I ever stepped on. That was a milestone that pushed me to go even harder. So once I won that and went to Miami and started winning in Miami, that pushed me to go harder even more. And now I'm like probably every day or every so often I talk to Lo from Do or Die and he give me tips and all that. So to from going from not making music at all or not putting it out to being being led by legends from your own city is to me a great thing. So
And I
I'm,
think it
I'm
also keeps you down to earth, right? It can
I-
it can elevate you, but at the same time, hopefully, you recognize that there are levels. And I'm not knocking you, but
absolutely,
I mean it's in
absolutely,
a good way. Yeah,
absolutely,
so yeah, they can teach you and keep you humble as well. And I think that's the greatest, yeah, two of the greatest things you can have when having. I don't want to call it a mentor because, yeah, you're doing your thing on your own. You're independent, but still, it's a good thing to have a good connection or a good network around you, man.
absolutely, absolutely. I agree. I agree.
So in a couple of minutes from now, we're gonna listen to another banger of yours called "In Charge."
In charge.
Is it already released or do we have an exclusive right now?
No, that was a release from last year. That was my last year's summer song. So that right there, in charge is one of my that that right there is a milestone because that was the first time I was uploaded on streaming networks. Like I was on Apple Music and stuff. Like I felt like I was bigger than what I was just from that. But yeah, that's one of my favorites right there. In charge because, like I tell you, it gives you who I am, where I come from, and how I'm going to get it, or hopefully it inspire you to go get it. You feel me?
Facts. So that pretty
Yeah.
much sums down on what it's about. Getting your shit together. To be honest, I haven't listened to it because I like to be or have an how do you say that, an honest opinion and reaction to it, just like the
Okay.
listeners or most listeners have. I did listen to the older song which we just played before we actually went live, but that's the only song
Hmm.
I checked out.
Oh,
It
okay.
was a banger, so I'm looking forward to it. But who produced the song?
In charge was produced by one of my good friends, Banzo. Banzo. If you need tracks, you need beats. I got a couple of good guys you can hit up. Banzo, Benji Wolf. Dirty Sock. It's I work with a select few, but these three for sure, I feel like untouchable right now.
And are those local people, or because
These
I'm
are,
familiar with many producers from the States. I'm from the Netherlands, in my offense.
of course, yeah, no, yeah. These right here, these are my like local. Well, Dirty Sock was actually the DJ for Do or Die, so I got in tune with him in that situation. And Banzo is a classmate, went to school together, and Benji Wolf is the same thing. And just like they, I feel like nobody's touching them right now. My opinion, who am I?
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. You have to hype up yourself and believe in yourself before anyone else does, right? Because there's no one who
Absolutely.
runs as hard as yourself. So I can always only compliment it. Unless it's gonna get cocky, then I will tell you that as well. But no.
Hey, put me in my place, man. Put me in my place.
Well, we have a conversation all around the world, so you have to do
Right.
something right. Am I right?
Absolutely, I agree.
So is there anything you want to add before we gonna go listen to In Charge?
I hope you're motivated.
Okay. Do you want to announce it? Should I?
I go ahead and bring it in, man. You guys are about to check out one of my precious, one of my babies. This song right here means probably more to me than a lot of them will. This right here is In Charge by Jodi Pluto.
See you in a bit.
Yes, sir.
I'm in charge, cause I finished jobs. Trucks pull up, you know the vibe. We outside, nigga. You know the vibe. We make them guys have to slide. You know the vibe. You know the vibe. You know the vibe. Of course. You know the vibe. You know the vibes.
En dat was alweer het eerste uur van de Moody Without Music stream. Aflevering nummer 11. Seizoen nummer 2 hier op Warzoys Radio Live. Het station waar je liefde geeft en je liefde krijgt. Vanavond doen we dat naar Jodi Pluto. Representing voor Westside of Chicago. Former of de voormalig winnaar van de Coast to Coast Chicago Edition. Vervolgens deed hij de nationale editie waarin hij op de 25e plaats is geëindigd. En dat is nog steeds een zeer dope prestatie, want er zijn over 200 deelnemers per sectie. En die gaan dus zo naar de volgende ronde, etc. Dus dat was een hele dope set. Hij vertelde ook dat hij in 2017 in principe is begonnen. De Coast to Coast was een jaar later en inmiddels is hij dus al bijna 4 jaar bezig op een professioneel niveau. Hij heeft ook een mentor of iemand die hem de weg wijst in de game. Is een welgerespecteerde artiest van Do or Die. En dat is dus allemaal in zijn voordeel. En zo spraken we dus ook over zijn banger waar het allemaal begon. Deze track wat heette Operate. En dat was eigenlijk een beetje de track waardoor hij een beetje, hoe zeg je dat, naamsbekendheid kreeg, een beetje views. En vervolgens kwam hij dus uiteindelijk terecht bij die Coast to Coast. En vervolgens had het over zijn iets wat nieuwere track In Charge. Zijn muziek is op tempo. Hij vertelt je op een motiverende manier dat je je eigen shit moet zien te bemachtigen, om het zo maar te zeggen. En ook op de hustle te blijven. Na deze tracks was het Myers en Bigga met Battles, gevolgd door Nina Brown met In My Bag. En toen hadden we B. Morgan met You Know The Vibes. Over een half uurtje hebben we ons tweede gedeelte van het gesprek, waarin we meer te weten zullen komen over onze gast van vandaag. Maar eerst hebben we een aantal bangers. Ik wil dat jij me gaat vertellen of ghostwriting een invloed heeft op de muziek. Eerst hebben we zometeen Jake Paul. Deze is een ghostwrite song. En ik wil weten of hij nog steeds dik is of dat hij trash is omdat hij niet zijn eigen lyrics heeft. Daarna hebben we Dex, een YouTuber die wel zijn eigen track schrijft. En vervolgens hebben we nog een aantal bangers voordat we weer naar een Jodi Pluto banger gaan en naar het tweede gedeelte van het gesprek. And with that being said, welcome back to the first hour of the Moody Without Music stream, episode 11, season 2 on War Stories Radio Live, the station where you show love, you get love. For those who just tuned in, you missed the first part of the conversation with our guest of today, Jodi Pluto, representing from Chicago, the West Side, and who's also the former winner of the Coast to Coast Chicago edition, and eventually turned, if I'm not mistaken, he said 25th place in the national, which is still a big accomplishment. So, how do you say that? Shout out to that. Yeah. In about 30 minutes, we're gonna go back to the second part of the conversation, in which we will get to know our guests even better, and we'll also talk about upcoming projects as well as ways to follow him and his music. So stay tuned for that. But like I said, more bangers to come before it's time for that moment. After the first part of the conversation, we were listening to one of his bangers from Jodi Pluto, our guest of today, called In Charge. Then after that we had Myers and Bigga on Battles, followed by Nino Brown on In My Bag, and last but not least we had the second Music Submit artist, B. Morgan with You Know the Vibes. And after I quit talking, we're gonna start off with a song which is not written by the artist performing it, and I want to know if that's have influence on the song itself. I want to know if you think it's still a banger or if it's trash because he's performing someone else's song. It's a hip hop song, so in the hip hop scene is nowadays not uncommon, but you're supposed to write your own lyrics. So listen to Jake Paul with Fresh Out of London, which is co-written or ghostwritten by Designer and Yeet and someone else. I'm not sure what his name is or how to pronounce it. And after that we're gonna listen to Dex, who's also a YouTuber, but he does write his own lyrics. So I wanted to have a comparison between the two. After that, more bangers to come before we have another banger from our guest today and go back to the second part. Like I said in the intro, if you're making music, have your own brand who will need some promotion, make sure to send an email to moodywithoutmusic@gmail.com as well as to wsradiolive@gmail.com, and we will schedule it in. It's your boy IBJ. You're listening to the Moody Without Music stream here on War Stories Radio Live. Bang.
The Ubers in Calabasas take forever.
Joey.
I don't need new friends, I don't like fake friends. Only here to make ends, call when they check in. I don't like partial, need the whole back end. Fresh out of London, she still got an axe to the crib like a palace. I took her to Bastards. If he wanna feature, then we gotta tax him. I got me a bad bitch to cover. I'm maxing the comments and shook up, they throwing a tantrum. Yeah, the wrist is flooded. No competition, can't listen, ain't talking about shit. I'm lit, they know it. They wanna hate on the music, but I'm making hits, these hundreds. I throw 'em, I need like 80.
Give me the ball, I'm in the zone. Give me the ball, I'm in the zone. Give me the ball, I'm in the zone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry for the delay for the second. Yeah, I was in my zone for a bit. I also thought I had 30 seconds left, which I didn't because I was vibing too hard to the banger from our guest of today, Jodi Pluto, which will be get back brought in a couple of minutes. But before we're gonna do a Dutch version of the recap, then switch it back to English and bring our guest of today back into the show. With that being said, welkom terug bij alweer een 30 minuten segment van de Moody With Music Stream hier op Voice Radio Live. Het station waar je liefde geeft en je liefde krijgt. Zoals ik al zei in het Engels, ik was een beetje aan het zonen. In de zone, in mijn zone. Door die Bacardi Cola en mijn lekkere joint, pause. Dus ik ben in mijn zone, ja. Je ziet het ook op mijn gezicht voor degene die dit visueel bekijken op YouTube of op de website. Maar laten we snel een recap doen voordat we onze gast van vandaag weer terugbrengen in de uitzending. We begonnen het laatste half uur met Jake Paul, co-written, ghost-written by Designer en nog een artiest. Het nummer heet Fresh Out of London en mijn vraag is het nog steeds een banger? Of verliest het zijn waarde omdat het niet zijn eigen lyrics zijn? Daarna hadden we nog een YouTuber who goes by the name of Dex. Hij schrijft wel zijn eigen teksten en dat heeft hij ook gedaan op Thought Those Were My Last Words. Daarna hadden we LS van de UK met Plot and Scheme. Gevolgd door One Army of Army with Baller, ook uit de UK. Daarna hebben we de Go Gadget van Delinquent en Arif. Arif is ook een YouTuber, beter bekend als Erzus. En daarna hebben we nog 2 tracks te gaan. De eerste was van J-Medic, via ons gekomen, via Music Summit, wederom. En daarna hebben we Jodi Pluto, onze gast van vandaag, met In The Zone. Dat was alles voor de recap. Ik ga weer switchen naar het Engels en onze gast erbij halen. Want ik wil nog even met hem praten en meer te weten te komen over deze artiest. En ik hoop dat jij dat ook zo over denkt. Na het tweede gedeelte van het gesprek hebben we een banger van onze gast. En daarna nog 3 tracks voordat het alweer het einde is van vandaag. Van de show van vandaag. And with that being said, I think it's time to switch back to English, do a quick recap and bring the guest of the day back in while a motorcycle just went through the street. My windows open is hard AF here in the Netherlands, and I hope it is wherever you are as well and you enjoying it. But yeah, we started off with Jake Paul, which was co-written, ghost-written by Designer and someone else. And my question was, is it still dope or is it trash? Let me know, because it isn't his lyrics, even though he claims that it is. After that, we had another YouTuber who goes by the name of Dex. Thought Those Were My Last Words, followed by LS from the UK with Plots and Scheme. Army from with Baller, and then we had another YouTuber, Arif, aka Ezers, along with Delinquent on Go Gadget. And then we had 2 more songs left. The first was from J-Medic, Live It Up, and last but not least, we had yet another banger, which caught me off guard, totally in my zone. The song was called In The Zone by our guest of today, Jodi Pluto. And with that being said, I think it's time to give him a call back and see what he's doing, how he's doing, and how he's holding up with the heat, because I'm sweating my ass off. Like you see, I'm glycering. By the way, in a couple of weeks after my vacation, the quality will be better. But yeah. So yeah, that was the first 30 minutes. I hope my guest can hear me and the connection is all good. No worries, no worries. Welcome back, fam. Let me turn everything on as well. There you are. Oh, I see the connection is even better, man. I'm gonna adjust the screen real quick. The connection on your end is crystal clear.
Oh, that's good. That's good, man.
Yeah. So yeah, welcome back, fam.
I appreciate it.
How have you been holding up these last 40 or 45 minutes?
Man, chilling. I had to go replenish. I had to go to Pluto, and now I'm back.
I don't know if you catch me, but I'm in the same zone over here as well. But I'm in Amsterdam, so yeah, I can do whatever I want here.
Hey, we good now too.
So,
you know, we legal here in Chicago.
Oh, well, shout out to that.
Yeah.
I always, how do you say that? I'm insecure about where you can smoke and where not, so that's why I keep it on the hush until I have the okay.
I feel-
But okay,
Yeah.
you're allowed to smoke.
I get it.
So, were you listening to the show by any
Absolutely.
chance? And if so, what do you think about the music?
Absolutely, man. And I like all of it. It's like, see, because it's some of it is different, and it's like I like being turned on to something I ain't heard before, and that's what it did for me. That's what it did for me. And then of course you
Cool.
slid
What?
some of that Jodi Pluto up in there. So,
Yeah, that shit was fire, man. I'm wondering who the guy is, man. I like to get in touch with him because, like I said, the shit was fire,
which
man.
one?
Do you know
Which
him?
one you like the best, man?
Um, to be honest, that last song in the song really caught me off guard and got me in my zone. Like I said, I'm smoking. I got my rum and coke here poured in,
It make you.
but yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the timing, which yeah, I was in my zone. So that one stood out to me in particular. But the other one was a banger as well. But that one in particular, that for me did it.
It did the job. I told you it's gonna
Yeah,
motivate you to do what you want to do. It did the job.
facts. Facts. All off the song, the song was over, and I was, oh damn, I have to switch over because after that I have to come in for the recap, and so that was shit. Oh, well yeah,
All right, go
it
ahead.
was a
My
good
fault.
song, man. So for those who again missed it, I don't know what you're doing, man. Keep up, yeah, wake up. But you missed another banger. But what got you inspired to make In Charge?
In charge, I was. This is when my guy Banzo he laid like almost 40 beats on me, man, once at once, and I'm like, any artist know that's an overload. It's like that'll shut you down because it's like you're trying to write the 40 songs at the same time, man, and
I
and
get you.
right. So I ended up, I'm like, and that's like one of the first ones I completed out of the 40. So I'm like, well, that one that must be something because I took out the time from all those other ones to finish this one. So, and like I say, just real life situations, man. Just being who I am made me write that music. Cause I mean, I tell you who I am. Everybody know who I am or how I act is the same way that I portray myself in my music. So that's it. So it was easy to
It,
write.
it was a banger, man. So how
Appreciate
long
that.
do you normally take about for writing a song and recording it? So how long does it take for you to get to the whole process?
I mean, it depends on the mood of the music. See, because some songs that I could write for days, and I could I could write bangers in 20 minutes if I had to. If I'm on, it's nothing to do with it. So I feel like it depends on the situation. You know?
So how does the process go? Do you normally start with the lyrics, or do you have to have a beat before you start with the lyrics?
You- I prefer the beat, but I come up with my cadence, which is like the sound first. I get my sound. Once I get my sound, and like to approach it like differently than what I've heard before, or just to be able to switch it up. Once I develop my sound, that's how I start writing.
Okay. So it depends also on the beat or how fast the process is, or
Yeah, sometimes, but if like I say, if it needs to be done, it'll be done. I could do it.
do you produce yourself?
Nah, man, I want to. I need to. It's not like I can't. It's just that one time I looked at that. I'm like, man, that's too many goddamn. That's too much. That's too many parts, man. All right, I'll rap. I'll do the rap part. My homie do the do the engine. You do that.
Cool. And
So
how do you work? Do you sit together, or you just send you beats, or how did that go?
I mean, sometimes it's both. Sometimes we sit there and create, and then sometimes he send beats off to me. And I mean, it's like I said, it's real. It's a mood thing. You feel me? Mood. You feel me? It depends on what's going on. And anything, in any situation, we could write together, or at home. I could do it all. I see it.
Okay. So besides the people you're working with currently, who would you like to work with who are or have a bigger name? Like, I don't want to call them mainstream because there are a lot of dope underground artists who still get the recognition but aren't on the mainstream platform. So who
No,
would
I
you like to
get you.
work with?
To be honest, I want to do first. I want to cover my city. I want to be able to do because the eyes on Chicago, and a lot of people we don't grasp that. So I wanna get everybody that came out of Chicago, G Herbo, Polo G, Pronto. Um, I want to get with Chemo, K Melly, the heavy steppers. I want to be able to get with Dirt. I want to be able to get with Duck. I want to be able to get with Lil Chris. I want to be able to do everybody that's coming up and coming from where I'm at first.
Okay. And is it just because they're from your city or
And
because
I
you all like them?
do
Is
both.
it because of paying homage or how do you have to see it?
A lot of it is homage, and then a lot of it is to show unity, because everybody just think don't nobody mess with each other, and that's a bad image that keep coming to my city, and I don't like that. So if shit, if we can show unity, people will see. I mean, they'll take what we doing seriously, and then they approach us seriously. You feel me? That's how I look at that.
Facts.
But yeah, but big like Lil Wayne, Jay Z, J Cole, Drake. Man, there's a lot of people. I, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, I was just about to transition to who are your top five artists all time. Maybe a top 10 to make it fair.
No order, right?
Okay, fair enough. No order.
No order. Okay.
I might have to edit it out. No, just kidding.
No order. I'm gonna go with dead or alive. Let's do it like that. Let's even make it easier.
Okay, let's make it easy. No, what's easier for you?
Okay, I say who alive right now. I'll do that.
I think
Who alive
alive
right
because those are also the people you want to work with, right? Or would like to
now? Yeah,
work
of
with.
course, of course. So top of the list, Lil Wayne, of course, Jay Z, Drake, of course, J Cole. I like Meek Mill, Rick Ross, Jadakiss, Fab, Kanye. Mm, that's hard. I got one more. That's hard. Oh, give me
You're
Lil
still
Baby.
gonna
I'm
have
gonna
the
take.
comments, but why did you forgot this one? So it doesn't matter who you're gonna name next. You're still gonna forget another name. So
Man,
just get
you
it
know.
out of get it out of the way, man.
Now I'm gonna go with Lil Baby. I like Lil Baby too. I I
Okay,
like I just really got into his music.
okay. So what do you think about the overall mainstream artists? So in general, because there's a lot of how do you say that? I also mentioned it is in previous interviews, but a lot of cheaps,
Hmm.
same sound, etc. But also a couple of unique artists. So what do you think about the overall scene?
I mean, it's missing something. It's missing something. You know, it's missing something different because, like you say, it's getting oversaturated with the same sound.
Facts.
So I feel like that's why certain artists are like they can remain current at all times because they can do so many different sounds. Drake, for instance, he could do so many different sounds that you can't get bored and be you won't get bored. The sound won't be oversaturated. And in that sense, I mean, I feel like that's what I bring too because you hear this little ruggedness in my voice, and then when you hear the music, sometimes it probably sound a little rough around the edge, and then but when you play that last track, they're gonna be like, well, oh wow, you can do that too. Okay, cool. That's why that's
Hmm.
it. So
Yeah, there was an entire different vibe.
so I just want to be able to show that we it is people out here that could do more than just what what the status quo is.
I'm with you. So where do you see yourself music-wise in, let's say, 2 to 5 years?
I mean, 2 to 5 years, I believe music is going to be my bulk of my income because not only do I don't just make music. I look to like advance in music, so it's not just like just rap to be a rapper. I write jingles too. I write songs for movies, screenplays, all that. It's no problem.
Dope.
That's what I could do. It's no problem. And I'm looking to start a label and a managing company. So if I, it's just infinite. I just refuse to let music just stop at this point. So I feel like it'll be more progressive and it'll be a more successful thing for me in the next 2 to 5 years.
Okay, and with starting a label at that time, would you still be active as an artist yourself, or?
Man, and that's the problem right now. See, because me and my guys, because it's shout out my cousin Weepo and my boy Kels, man. It, they tell me to, man, just come manage, no bro, come just do that for me real quick. But I don't want to call myself greedy or stingy, but I love it too. So it's gonna be hard for me. I wanna be able to give that situation my all. So this up and coming November, actually, you'll be the first person to hear that I'm dropping EP in November on my birthday, November 9th. So
Dope.
once I get that, I want to be able to put my name on something. My project is out, and then I'll be able to work on something else, and in the process, still give y'all my music as well. But it'll be probably in smaller fractions.
I was just saying that that was my next section. Are you working on any things? But yeah, you just dropped the exclusive.
Oh yes, sir.
Um, I don't know how much you are willing to tell, but do you already have a name for it?
I'm dedicated,
Dope.
dedicated.
Which embodies your entire music genre, right?
My
Or
whole,
catalog.
pretty much, and that's what made me go that way. I'm like, man, it's like I can come up with so many different things to say. I can self name it, but I'm gonna tell you what it took. It took dedication. So I was dedicated. Put that one there.
And how many songs are will it contain?
That right there is the hard part. That's what we chopping up now. That's why I say November. November look for me because we still gotta go through about 50 to 100 songs. It's like it's so many
Damn.
songs. The catalog is extensive, man. People don't see you and they just assume you're not working. I'm always working because I'm preparing for every situation.
Well, I don't want to say follow the rest, but it's a thing about dropping the Luke's version of projects, right? So
Right?
if you can have a final selection at first, maybe you can do a, how do you say that? Two-piece project.
I could. That's true. That's true.
More things to listen to for all your fans. By the way, are you popping in France?
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
Are you popping in France? Because we're getting a lot of traffic from France today.
Oh, I mean, I guess so.
Okay.
I guess so.
Yeah, it was kind of random, but yeah, all of a sudden I was like, yeah, let me ask him. But you're not sure?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I appreciate every last one of them.
Facts,
Real
facts,
life.
facts,
I
facts.
mean, people, and
Um,
that's yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know. It's your platform, so go ahead.
Oh no, man, no, no. I was just bumping my
Yeah,
point.
I don't. My next question was, who are you working with producer wise on the project? But again, I don't. Since you're still in the selection period, it's
Eh,
might be a question which you can't answer.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, not completely, and I would love to give credit to everybody that I do work with. So yeah, but not right now. I can't give you that. So I'm not
Well,
sure.
fair enough.
There we-
Fair enough.
let-
Fair enough. Well, I have to mention that time flew again. We're almost, not yet, but we're almost at the end of the second part again. So
Oh
before
man,
we
yeah.
do reach that point, how can people find you or your music?
Simple everywhere. Anywhere you type in Jodi Pluto, that'll be the one and only me. So Twitter at Jodi Pluto, Instagram at Jodi Pluto, Facebook at Jodi Pluto, Spotify at Jodi Pluto, Apple Jodi Pluto. Anything you want to find me on, I'm on all platforms is Jodi Pluto.
To make things easy. And it goes also for your music. Do you got a website
I
as well?
mean, right now we in the phases of getting it back up and running because we getting ready for this project. So I have a website, so it's just like down for construction right now. So it'll be up and running in no time. But until then, I do a lot of networking and movement through Instagram.
Okay,
Mm.
so Instagram is the main focus for you, or the easiest way to get in touch with
Yeah,
you?
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the quickest way to get in touch with me. I say so.
Okay, and the same goes for producers who would like to work with you, and even artists who would like to go collab.
No, well, in that case, if we want to go there, you could email me at jodipluto@gmail.com. jodipluto@gmail.com.
By the way, I completely forgot to
Yes,
ask,
sir.
what inspired you to go with Jodi Pluto,
Man, look, at first, man, my first name was dubbed.
bringing it full circle?
It was dubbed the Great. If
Okay.
somebody pissed me off and said, "Man, what you a magician?" That shit that made me mad, bro. I'm like, I ain't no damn magician, bro. So I'm like, damn,
Show me a
yeah,
trick.
yeah, yeah, I ain't
Okay,
with that
well,
shit.
yeah, I feel you.
No,
Instead of go spit some bars,
right,
show me some magic.
right. No, and then like a lot of my family, my cousins and them, and people call me Jody. So that's like I just instantly go with that. But honestly, a lot of them call me JoJo too. But that's we gonna leave that for another day. But I go by Jody. Jody in the street.
Okay.
All right. So and Pluto is self-explanatory because that's where I'm at most of the time. And that's to me, I feel like that's enough said. That's me. I'm Jody Pluto. That's where I'm at. If you ever want to find me, you come find me on Pluto.
Cool. Last but not least, before we're gonna ask you about non-believer, because that's how we're gonna end our conversation. Unfortunately, any last shout outs or words you wanna
I definitely
get out of there?
shout out to my parents first of all because without them there is no me. And then I want to shout out my family, of course. Shout out these up and coming rappers that I've been working with. My boy Weefo, Kels, Snug, man. Hey, Male, it's finna be something real right now. Shout out my boy Law, my boy man, Kato. It's so many, but those are right now my main focus. And GIENT, messing with my boy Casino, and this right here, this right here is something that I felt like was gonna find who Jody Pluto was, not just as a hard artist, but not a rapper, but an artist. So this song right here, I saw it as being big before when I recorded the song. It felt big. It felt too big to handle, and I actually didn't want to drop it because I didn't know what to do with it. And this is just my take on vacation. Non-believer.
Okay. Is this a different, I said, a different side of you which we're gonna hear? Like I said, I haven't heard the song, so I'm curious about what to come.
Yes, absolutely. This would be something that they was like, man, this guy's an artist. He is more to him than just what you see. There's definitely more to what's going on with the Jody Pluto brand. That's
Okay, and will this be included in a project, or is it just as a Lucy?
it'll be included in the project because
I'm
it
putting
has
you
to
on the
be.
spot, right? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you did. But no, but I can take that with stride. Yeah, that right there definitely be on the album because it's a great song. I mean, if I'm wrong, tell me. It's just plenty of room to comment. So if I'm wrong, tell me.
Cool. Well, with that being said, I think it's time to listen to this banger. I want to thank you for joining me today. Time
So
flew by again. We already mentioned it before we went live, but yeah, it actually went down like that.
absolutely.
Maybe, or not maybe. We will schedule in something in the near future to get the rest of the information out there. Maybe talk about the release, which is hopefully out by then. But yeah, we will stay in contact, fam. Again, thank
Absolutely.
you. And yeah, would you like to announce the song?
Man, I appreciate you for having me, man, and I encourage everybody to get up with you. This right here is Jody Pluto, non-believer. Let me know if you love it.
Thank you, fam.
That's all.
We will talk soon. And this is his banger, Non-Believer.
All right,
I'm
man.
out.
Appreciate you.
Peace.
Let me know what you think.
I will.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She from off the block, but she got foreign features. You would think she was a model if you ever meet her. Introduced her to this life, she was a non-believer. Now she love the sight of palm trees and beaches. I say we taking flight, she only pack bikinis. She want breakfast, lunch and dinner on the beach in Fiji.
Designer, maar we hebben ook Nike's. Je bitch wil me daar, maar know that she likes me. Kom op en fight me. Ze weet ik sta sterk, ik ben niet als je mati. Geen patje, kom met je vriendinnen en kom met mijn army. Heel de army. We rocken designer, maar we hebben ook Nike's. Je bitch wil me daar, maar know that she likes me. Kom op en fight me. Ze weet ik sta sterk, ik ben niet als je mati. Geen patje, kom met je vriendinnen en kom met mijn army. Heel de army.